and welcome to Kayla's World. I'm Kayla Canoe, aspiring author, and today I'm going to be doing my WIP characters' reactions to pickup lines part 4. So, this is going to be the last video in this 4-part series, and I think I saved the best for last. So today we are going to be doing pickup lines for my main character. His name is Malachi Darkblood. He goes by Kai. And he is the main character of my novel, Intertwined / the Intertwined series. He is a prince. He is a tiefling, which means he is part demon, so he's got big old horns. And yeah, so these pickup lines are a bit different than the ones that I did in the other videos. So basically, because Kai is the prince, I figured that for the most part, women would basically be throwing themselves at him in all sorts of ways. And so these pickup lines are a little more obscene. They are dirty pickup lines. And Kai is kind of cold and reserved and prefers to stay away from people. So it's going to be fun to see how he would react to some of these very forward, very almost obscene pickup lines. Yes. So let's set the setting. Where would our prince be? Man. I'm going to say that this is going to be at the palace, some sort of official gathering. Maybe it's a ball, maybe it's some sort of political event, something where, you know, they have cocktails, there's some drinking going on, and there's lots of people around, because I don't think you would find him outside the palace somewhere drinking, because, you know, he's a prince. So these people are in his home coming up to him, and he's just hanging out, having a drink, and this girl walks up to him and she says, "I lost my virginity. Can I have yours?" Kai would probably like choke on whatever he was physically drinking at the time and be like, did she like for real just say that? Like, he would think this in his mind. He would probably look at her with like side eyes, like, "Excuse me, lady, did you just say that?" And then if she still stood there after he kind of glares at her, not even wanting to justify that with an answer, he'd be like, "No, absolutely not." Like, yeah, so that one would be kind of awkward. Next, all right, girl comes over to him and she says, "Tell me your name so I know what to scream tonight." He would probably chuckle slightly. He would probably laugh at how forward she was and say something along the lines of, "For one, you already know my name. I mean, I am the prince, right? And two, like, joke's on you that you think that you would have the privilege of screaming my name tonight." Like, I feel like that's how he would feel about that. He'd be like, no, you're not screaming my name tonight. Please, like, come on." He doesn't actually take much interest in romance or females, so yeah. Next, lady comes over, looks at his crotch quite like pointedly, like you can tell she's looking at it, and she says, "Nice package. Let me unwrap that for you." With like maybe like a raised eyebrow. He would probably take a step back because she's probably too close to him at this point, and he'd be like, "No, get the fuck away from me. Like, you're not touching nothing. I want nothing to do with you." Oh, man. Okay. Next, girl comes over, and I'm gonna say that she like does like a little fake shiver, and she's all, "Brr, my hands are cold. Can I stick them down your pants to warm them up?" Again, he would probably like chuckle slightly at this because of how forward it is. He'd be like, "You're joking, right?" Like, how could you possibly be asking me to do something like that? You know, he is a prince, so it's just very forward and, you know, presumptuous of this lady to say something like that to him. So he would get a small chuckle out of that for sure. Ooh, next. Girl comes over, walks right up to him and says, I've heard you've been a bad boy. Now go to my room. He would probably be slightly confused and be like, what? I mean, I haven't been a bad boy, and even if I had, why would I go to your room? I think he would slightly misunderstand her intentions a little bit. I don't think he would fully comprehend what she was trying to get at, and he would just pass her up like, give her like a side eye. No, I'm not going to your room. You can't tell me what to do. I am the prince. Like, kind of thing. Oh, God. Next, another lady comes up to him and she says, my bed's broken. Can I sleep in yours? He would laugh, obviously, because he's not sharing his bed with anyone. He has a very nice bed and he likes to keep it all to himself. And some things happen in his sleep that he doesn't want other people to witness. So he would definitely be like, no, get your own bed, get away from me. Like, no. No, you cannot sleep in my bed. Next, another very forward lady. She comes over and says, there are no seats. Can I sit on your face? Oh, he'd be like, what? What do you mean sit on my face? Because he's not exactly experienced with the women. He doesn't really have an interest in the women. So, like, when she says sit on his face, he's already standing. So maybe he thinks she wants to sit on his shoulders. He's like, what? No, you can't sit on me. No one sits on me. I'm the prince, right? You can't sit on me. Fuck. Next, lady comes over to him. She says, how do you like your sausage in the morning? Scrambled or blown? And like gives him one of those eyebrow kind of things, you know. He would probably say, excuse me? Like, excuse me? What? Like, for one, I have a guy in the kitchen that makes my breakfast. Like, he makes my sausage for me, and you don't blow eggs. What is wrong with you? Are you, like, mentally? Is there a problem? Like, do you got a mental problem, lady? Like, who blows eggs? Weird. Just, like, walks away. Oh, my goodness. Next, lady comes over to him and she says, my body's got 206 bones. Want to give me another one? Looking at his crotch so that he clearly understands what she's saying. He laughs. He's like, well, no, of course I don't. Why would I give you a bone? No, get away from me. Walks away, glares at her a little bit. Wants nothing to do with her. Another lady comes over and she says, have you got a napkin? You're making me wet. He would probably, like, be uncomfortable with this one, because she's referring to herself and her own anatomy. He'd be like, what? I know nothing. I'm gonna walk away now. Like, he would definitely just, like, get away from her as quickly as possible. I don't think he would really enjoy talking about those kinds of things. Next, girl comes over and she says, you look like a hard worker. I have an opening you can fill. I actually think that this one would make him feel really uncomfortable. Like, the concept of him filling someone's opening would just, like, slightly traumatize him. He'd be like, what? You just said that to me, now I have a mental image of it. Like, he would be extremely uncomfortable, maybe slightly embarrassed, and, like, he probably wouldn't even be rude at this point. He'd probably just, like, straight walk away and act like he didn't hear what she said. Like, he would just completely avoid it. Like, nope, I want none of this. None of it. Oh, man. Next, another lady comes over to him and she says, are you a candle? because I want to blow you. He would probably say, excuse me? And he might actually call her out on her inappropriate offering. He'd be like, excuse me, I am the prince. That is inappropriate. Why would you say something like that to me? No, you cannot blow me. No, absolutely not. Get away from me. Like, maybe he would like call the guards and be like, guards, this lady is harassing me. Oh, man. Next, girl comes over. She says, I'm not a horse, but you can ride me like one if you'd like. Kai would be confused. So Kai is pretty large. He's a pretty big guy. And so this girl is obviously going to be smaller than him, probably like half his size. And he'd be like, ride you like a horse? Like, if I put you on all fours and climbed onto your back, I would break you. Like, why would I ride you like a horse? So that one would escape him. I don't know, he would not realize that that one was even a, like, sexual come on. He would just be confused a little bit. Next, oh, this is a good one. Lady comes over and she says, excuse me, would you be a gentleman and push in my stool? It's very inappropriate. He would not get it. He would not understand that what she said was sexual in any way. He would be like, why would I push in your chair? Like, we have servants for that. I'm a prince. I don't push in chairs at all. And he would just be like, what? No. Why would I do that? It's weird. Like, princes don't do that. Fuck. Meanwhile, this girl meant something sexual and he totally missed it. You know? It happens. Alright, last one. Girl comes over and she asks him a question. She says, are you a taxidermist? He'd be like, no, I'm not. And then she would reply, okay, well, you want to try stuffing my kitty anyway? Oh, that one's funny. Stuffing the kitty. His eyes might widen slightly at that one and be like, what? Didn't realize that was where that conversation was going. He'd be like, no, I am not stuffing your kitty, whether that's an animal or you referring to your lady parts. Well, that's all that I have for you guys today. If you like these types of videos, let me know by commenting below, giving me a thumbs up, or subscribing to my channel. I put out new videos on Mondays. I'm officially changing it to Mondays because that seems to be when I post my videos, so it's Mondays. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed your time here in Kayla's world.